The caller that called in about 20 minutes ago that said, Glenn, I thought you'd really be upset about this. I'm not. And I really, truly believe only this audience can understand. This is...
It's validation.
It is validation on so many fronts. Let's go through them. First of all, the only other sitting presidents that have ever won a Nobel Prize, Woodrow Wilson and Teddy Roosevelt.
It's amazing.
This show is known. It's a joke with our listeners on how much I hate Teddy Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson.
You're the enemy of peace.
Right. I have said what they started, he's going to finish.
Yeah.
They're bookends. And, of course, the only other two sitting presidents were Woodrow Wilson and Theodore Roosevelt. It validates not only the early 20th century progressive thing that we've been on, but it also validates John McCain is in the same boat. The three presidents that have won, Teddy Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Barack Obama. It also validates a couple of other things. The Nobel Prize when we were growing up, I think we all thought, wow, Nobel Peace Prize winner. Oh, wow, that's a big deal. As we get older, we realize that's a total sham.
Yeah.
You have Al Gore winning it a couple of years ago, and you can at least say, okay, he's wrong on the facts. It is nothing but a sham. It is about the redistribution of wealth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you can at least see how others, other scientists, they're like, no, this is important. Got it. There is nothing here. Nothing. 2 weeks. The nomination process ended in his first 2 weeks, and he won it for his outreach to the Muslim world. He won it for his efforts on bringing peace to the Middle East. He won it for nuclear disarmament. In his first 2 weeks?
Well, he got us down to like 10 or 20,000 nuclear weapons.
Hold on just a second. Not in his first 2 weeks.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
all
okay.
Right.
So here's the thing. So doesn't that validate two premises of this program? One, that that everything that you thought was real, you will see is completely bogus. Now, this one is a tricky one because I don't think anybody really thought that this was real, but you thought at least it had somewhat. It's like everybody knows that the Academy Award is is just in the bag for, it's a popularity contest. Got it. Everybody knows that. But at least there has to be a film that was made. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It can't be like, Best Motion Picture, Barbra Streisand. Wait a minute, she just released a record. She didn't have a movie in years. Yeah, I know, but she was hoping to make a movie. Okay? So if that ever happened, you would know. You would stop watching the Oscars entirely because you'd be like, okay. I mean, they're giving it to people who haven't even made a movie.
Yeah, this has to be seen as the last nail in the coffin of this.
This
any
is
credibility.
The last nail in the coffin. It also is... to me, an opening, an understanding for a lot of people that these progressives are extraordinarily powerful, and this campaign of Barack Obama, this global campaign for Barack Obama, is done by global interests that have extraordinary power. They're very well connected, and I really think this is a validation of all things. The Nobel Peace Prize should be turned down by Barack Obama and given, you ready for this? Oh, this one's going to make headlines. Should be given to the Tea Party goers and the 9/12 Project. Because of the arrogance. A really good
chance of that.
Listen to this.
Right.
Because of the arrogance of the progressives that thought no one would stand in their way, that he would be able to accomplish everything. 2 weeks into his presidency, they nominated him for it and said, this is going to be a slam dunk. And because of the Tea Party goers and the 9/12 Project people that stood in his way and stopped him from accomplishing the things that he thought, please, I'm the Messiah. I'll be able to accomplish that. We have now seen we are now pulling the curtain back and seeing, oh, wait a minute, he just got an award for doing things he couldn't get done.
That's great.
If we wouldn't have stopped him as Tea Party goers, as 9/12 people, as people going to the town hall meetings, if we wouldn't have stood up and had our voices be heard, he would have accomplished all of these things. And then what? This would have come in just at the right time, and the world would have been saying, oh, my goodness, look at the conquering hero. This is out of place. This award is out of place. Mm-hmm. When it doesn't make sense, it exposes the ridiculous clown show that the media reports on every day as fact. It's going to be remembered. I'm telling you, this is a house of cards with Barack Obama, a house of cards. And please understand how close you are to winning. Understand how close you are to winning. You must continue to wake people up, but on their own weight, they will collapse. On their own accomplishments, or in this case, lack of accomplishments, they will collapse. They're exposing themselves.
They're saying that he's on his way to Oslo right now to accept the award. That he's going. No,
he's coming. He's not going right now, is he? When do they hand this out? I know that the Prime Minister of Norway.
No, that he's agreed to.
He's agreed
on behalf of the United States, right? And our American values and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he will accept the award on behalf of Americans and America's values.
Sorry, you can't win that.
Oh my God,
that is a loss. This is
gigantic loss.
The only way he looks even halfway decent here is to decline the award. I'm sorry, I would love to.
But not, he's got to do it today.
Yeah,
he's got to do it today.
Yeah.
If the outcry becomes too great, but he won't. I mean, if they were smart, they would. But see, again, another thing that I have told you, on their weight, they will destroy themselves. The other thing is, and in their arrogance, they built a tower to reach the sky.
Yeah.
That has been going through my mind since September 11th. Their arrogance will be their undoing. They're exposing themselves. Don't you see how close you are to winning? Hold on tight, because they're not done. And I'm telling you, a slapdown has to be coming unless they can destroy the dollar and create massive panic in this country. But you are close to winning.
Is that part of the peace prize process? Destroying the dollar? I didn't know.
If it brings us closer to peace.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If President Obama has brought so much peace, how can the left and the progressives say that we are on the verge of assassination? How can they say that we're on the verge of riots? We're on the verge of massive violence from these Tea Party goers? Because they're saying that it's in response to Barack Obama. So is that bringing peace?
Yes, because Yasser Arafat had the same problem. He had those pesky Israelis.
Oh, if we could just...
And Barack Obama has these awful right-wing Americans to deal with. Oh, if only we could round up the right-wing Americans and put them someplace else.
Oh.
Just like an island of hideous people or something. Just put them out there.
Jeez.
Is it possible? Go ahead.
No.
My question was, is it possible that he could go and accept the award, but then give it to someone else, like in this selfless gesture to someone who actually should deserve it?
Well, no, it's kind of like he's alluding to, though, with the American people.
No,
thing.
But that's not. Of course, he's going to accept it on the behalf of the American people.
I'm saying a specific person.
I want the 1.4 million. Then you keep the little stupid little coin. I want the 1.4 million.
It'd be great if he turns down the award, just takes the money.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if he took $1.4 million and applied it to our debt?
Yeah, that would be fair. I'm sure he'll make that point on that stage.
That'll happen.
That's great.
I'm telling you, this should be viewed as good news for the American people. Good news for anybody who is fighting against these idiots. You just keep basing yourself in fact, man, because here they come.